Okay, it's time for another script studying session. I didn't have time to do the fourth studying session yesterday, so I feel kind of bad because I didn't achieve my goal there yesterday. But 3 hours yesterday was really solid. Let's do it again today. Do 4 hours. If anything, do 5 or maybe 6. Yeah, if you really want something, you rush toward it and get it right. So let's do it. Hey, do you have 10 minutes afterwards? Afterwards, we can talk about the process. Just 10 minutes from drop. Hey, do you have 10 minutes afterwards so we can talk about the process? Hey, has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? Hey, has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? Okay, I'm gonna give a quick quick outline right now. I'm gonna give you a quick outline right now. First of all, step 1, you gotta get your finances in order. You are financing or you're paying cash for the homes that you purchase. Okay, cool. Since you are financing, it's important to get your pre-approval together. Your pre-approval, because that shows people that you're motivated. It shows people that you're motivated. And if you don't have this stuff ready and it's Saturday, you don't have this stuff ready and it's Saturday at 5 o'clock. You don't have this stuff ready and it's Saturday at 5 o'clock. You don't have this ready and it's Saturday at 5 o'clock. And offers I do. I just read a text message and got distracted right away. And offers I do at 9 because I set some crazy deadlines. You're not gonna get your finances of your mortgage broker on the phone then. That's why you gotta get your pre-approval and your finances ready. Be ready to go. Okay, let's go through that again because that section should be extremely easy. Okay. Hey, do you have a Mr. Claudia? Let's call her Claudia. Do you have 10 minutes afterwards to talk about the process? Okay. Has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? To show you how the process works. Okay. Let me show you. Okay. I'm gonna give you a quick outline right now. Step 1, we want to get your finances in order. Step 1, we want to get your finances in order, because if you're not pre-approved and it's 5 p.m. and if you're not pre-approved, you don't have a pre-approval letter, it's 5 p.m. on Saturday and offers are due at 9 p.m. because they set some crazy deadlines. You're not gonna get your mortgage broker on the phone then. You're not gonna get your mortgage broker on the phone. That's why you have to have it ready and be ready to go. That's step 1. Step 2, we're gonna get your clear on your parameters. Step 2, we're gonna get clear on your parameters. So we're gonna know exactly what you're looking for. Let's go through what you're looking for again. You want a 3 beds, 2 baths, condos, houses in this area, that area. Here's the limitation. What's the price that you're willing to go? What's the price of your funding? That's the funding that allows you to purchase this house, this investment. Okay. Well, we're gonna rate houses, and now that I know exactly what you're looking for, we're gonna go see houses. No, not now. We're gonna rate houses after we see them. We're gonna rate houses after we see them. So here's how it works. We're gonna see 5 to 6 houses, and after each time you see a house, I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy it or not. And if the answer is no, I'm gonna ask you what it was that didn't work for you, so I can refine the search and provide a better customer experience for you. Does the strategy sound good? Does the strategy sound good to you? Okay. 5.5 hours. It means we are in offer territory. If 4 or less, I'm never showing a house like that again. So I need your feedback. You gotta be open with me. So I need your feedback. You gotta be open with me. I don't like this basement. I want more of an open floor plan, or the screen sucks, or whatever it is. I don't like this basement. I want more of an open floor plan, and this screen sucks, whatever it is. Then this is going to be the hardest part, actually finding the home. This is going to be the hardest part, actually finding the home. So I'm gonna get you set up on a real-time drip of what's coming to the market. So I'm gonna get you set on the real-time drip of what's coming to the market. We're going to look at shadow inventories of homes that are under. We're going to look at shadow inventory of homes which are under that are under an active listing contract but not available. I don't understand what that is. Potentially call them neighborhood if you're certain you want to be on this street, and this elementary is going to whatever that might be. We can potentially call the neighborhood if you're certain that you want to be on this street, this neighborhood, or whatever it is it may be. I'm gonna get the stuff sent to you. We can take a lot of these stuff out because they don't really apply to me. I don't do all of them. We're gonna get clear on that. We're gonna clear on that, and you're going to work with me on this. You're going to work me on. We're gonna get clear on that, and we're going you're going to work with me on this. You're gonna get stuff sent to you. You're gonna get stuff sent to you, and I won't be able to check all the stuff that I sent to you all the time. And I might be in a meeting, so as long as you see something that you find interesting and makes sense to you, meeting to say, hey Tom, meeting, I'm in the meeting, so you gotta say, hey Tim, let's come see this house as soon as it is available. When can we see it? When can we get in? So just so getting the appointment is ready, just getting the appointment is really critical. Some places are very easy to get, but when it comes to investment property, multifamily is a lot difficult. It's a lot more difficult to schedule an appointment, and sometimes you cannot even see all of the units, considering if there are tenants in them. So you gotta be flexible with your schedule. Got to know that this is. You got to know that this is going to be a team effort. I'll do my part, and you do yours. But you have to actually reach out to me and work with me a lot of times. So are we on the same page? So that's the hardest part when we identify the property. And I'm going once we identify the property, I'm going to walk you through what the contract says. Attach a copy here. I have attached a copy here. I attach a copy here. So after food. Okay, food out. After what we identified the property, I'm gonna walk you through what the contract says. I'll attach a copy here and email you as well with exactly what it means. Case, oh wait, I don't do that. I've never done that before, but it sounds like it's pretty cool to do. You're not gonna have time to walk through the 13-page contract line by line. So we're gonna get clear on that first, and then we'll decide what contingencies we need. So we're gonna get clear on that first, and then we'll decide what contingencies we need. Then we're gonna decide what contingencies we need. Down here, for example, contingencies in terms of inspection, appraisal, or the closing date, any demand that you have, anything that you want the seller needs fixed stuff. So that's after the inspection as well. And here's how the inspection works. So we're going to put a bullet point in the process of acquisition, then to offer, then you're going to sign off electronically. And then we're going to actually put a point in the process of acquisition. I don't know what I was trying to say here. I mean, I didn't say anything, but I just typed down whatever Tom Toole said. But I love the script. It's really natural. Flows pretty well. And tell people that up front. Here's how basically, here's how the inspection works. This is the contract. Here are all of the terms. Here's the copy. And if you want to go through them and see what they say, not now, but the copy is for you. So if you want to come home and read through them, if you have any questions, you can always let me know. So this is something that we will send to the listing agent when we submit an offer. And once we see the house, see the contract, we will decide what contingency we need in terms of inspection, appraisal, for example. And then we're gonna bullet point them here. And once I put all of that together, I'm gonna send them to you to review and sign electronically before I send it to the listing agent. So that's how the process works. I have to tell you upfront because not everybody will be able to. Wait, even though I tell people that I tell people that upfront, even though I know, even though you think that might be an assumption that even though you think that might be an assumption. And guess what? Some people don't want to come in and sign it by hand, and there's no time for that right now. Okay, I need to rephrase that. I have to tell people upfront, even though you think that might have been an assumption that we're gonna sign things electronically and send it to the listing agent, but some people just expect to sign paperwork. Sometimes we don't have time for that, and we have to sign them electronically, and most of the time we do. But if time permits and you want to sign them via paper, then it's fine too. I also prep them that we're going to call the listing agent beforehand. Okay, we are also going to call the listing agent beforehand, and we're gonna understand. And we're gonna also call the listing agent beforehand, and we're gonna understand what the sellers are looking for, what the sellers want, what closing date, what else the seller want. Anything else is important to them. If there's anything else important is important to them, is the price. How's the how many offers they got, what's the price, how many offers they got, what's the closing date that they're expecting. If there's a special term that needs to happen, we're gonna be accommodating. We're gonna be as accommodating as possible. If there's a term that needs to happen. If there's a term that needs to happen, we're gonna find all of that out. Because closing date and terms are just valuable as the price, and people don't get that. And because closing date and terms are as valuable as price, and people don't get that. And on top of that, if we're thinking about maybe waiving inspection contingencies, if we're thinking of waiving inspection contingencies because that's you have to do right now, then I have a buddy that's a contractor that can come with you over showing. You can understand what's you're getting into. That's gonna help you get the house that you want. So we want to be prepared for all these things. Ow. Oh, pull-ups today. I did 12 pull-ups today. Yeah, feel good. I need more muscles. Still too skinny. Need more weight. By weight, I also prepped them that we're going to call the listing agent beforehand. Oh, okay. So we're gonna also call the listing agent beforehand to find out if to understand what settlement date, what closing date the seller wants, to find out what the closing date the seller wants, if there are any special terms that needs to happen. Anything else is important to them? Okay, so 3 things. We'll call the listing agent beforehand as well. We're gonna call the listing agent beforehand as well. If you're interested in the home, of course, so that we understand what closing dates the seller want, closing date, anything else is important to them, and if there's any special term that needs to be happening, that needs to happen, we're gonna be as accommodating as possible, because closing dates and terms are just valuable as price, and people don't get that. because closing dates and terms are as valuable as price, and people don't get that. And on top of that, if you're thinking about maybe waiving inspection contingencies, if you're thinking about on top of that, if you're thinking about waiving inspection contingencies, because that's what you have to do, then it's important to have a buddy who's a contractor that can come with you every showing, so you can understand what you're getting into. Because if you waive an inspection and contingency, a lot of buyers are shy of doing that. That's gonna help you get the house that you want. Because if you want to waive an inspection contingencies, a lot of buyers are shy of doing that. Somehow I just want to go to the Goodwill in Wayne. A bit far away, but well, you know. So we want to be prepared for all these things. So we want to be prepared for all these things. So this is how the process works. We're gonna we're gonna call the listing agent in advance beforehand and find out what closing dates the sellers want. If there's any special terms that needs to happen, or anything else is important to the seller. We're gonna do all of that because closing dates and terms are as important as price, and a lot of people don't know that and don't get that, and a lot of people don't get that. I put in an offer for a client who has the highest price, a really strong offer price, but the terms are not as strong, so we lost the offer. So that happens a lot as well. So the closing dates and terms are just as important. And if you're considering waiving the contingency, if that's something that you have to do to win the offer, then it's good to have a buddy contractor to take a look at the house for you, so you know what's going on before you waive the contingency as well. A lot of people are shy of doing that. If you waive an inspection contingency, because if you waive an inspection contingency, a lot of people are shy of doing that. You're exposed yourself to a lot of risk, so it's important to bring a contractor or a friend with you. It's gonna help you get It's gonna help you get the house that you want. So we want to be prepared for all these things. I don't know if I should say that, because I don't think Mark would even say that. Okay, that's a 10-minute driveway presentation. That's the goal. 10 minutes driveway presentation. Hey, do you have 10 minutes afterwards so you can do you have 10 minutes afterwards so we can talk about the process? Has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? Has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? I'll give you the quick outline right now. I'll give you a quick outline right now. First step is you need to get your finances together. Are you financing? Okay, so it's important to get the pre-approval in advance. No, not in advance. In advance is the wrong word. So it's important to get the pre-approval first of all, because having that shows people that you are serious and you're motivated. Not serious. Motivated is the right word. Because having a pre-approval show people that you're motivated, and if you don't have it, and it's 5 p.m. on Saturday, and the offers are due at 9 p.m. because they set some crazy deadlines, which happen a lot of times, which happens a lot of time. You're you're not gonna get your mortgage broker, loan officer, or mortgage broker on the phone, your lender on the phone, to get you the pre-approval. So it's really important to, so you gotta have this stuff ready. So you gotta have this stuff ready and be ready to go. That's the first thing. The second thing is that's step one. Step two. Step two, we're gonna get clear. Oh, I didn't get any water. We're gonna get clear on your parameters. We're gonna get clear on your parameters. We know exactly what you're looking for, and then we're gonna rate houses. Then we're gonna rate houses after we see them. After we see them, I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy the house. And if the answer is no, I'm gonna ask you what it is or what it was that didn't work for you, so that I can refine our search and provide a better customer service for you. How's the process sound? Okay. I also set up the real-time drip of what's coming to the market to you, which I did, but I can do another one. And then the thing is, you have to work with me here, because I won't be able to check everything that is sent to you. But when you see something and when you see something that you like, interested in, or if you have any questions of, feel free to reach out, because I might be in a meeting, I may showing other people houses, or I'll be busy at some other things, and then you gotta tell me, hey Tim, we'll be interested in this house, when can we see it, or if you have or how can we what information, or you can ask more information if I can get them from the listing agent for you. We're gonna get stuff sent to you. I might be in a meeting. You got to say, hey Tom, let's go look at this home once as soon as we get in. So just getting the appointment is really critical. You've got to be flexible with your schedule. We've got to know that this is going to be a team approach here. So that's gonna be the hardest part. So you got to be flexible with your schedule. We've got to know that this is going to be a team approach here. Just so you know, yeah. Let me know so I can schedule an appointment. And just getting the appointment is really crucial, because sometimes, especially with investment in property or multifamilies, it's harder to get an appointment, considering, and it's harder to see all the units as well, considering there are tenants living in them sometimes. You got to be flexible. You go and you gotta know that this is going to be a team effort. So it's not only just me or you. It's gonna be both of us to make this happen. So that's gonna be the hardest part when we identify the property. That's gonna be the hardest part. Step 3, once we identify the property, we're gonna show you the contract and then walk you through the contract. I have attached a copy here. Now I'll email you as well with exactly what it means. I'll email you as well with exactly what it means, in case you're not gonna have time to walk through the 13 contract page of contract line by line. So we're gonna get clear on that first, and we're gonna determine what contingencies we need, and then we decide what contingencies we need. Here's how the inspection works. So we're going to actually bullet point the inspection works. Process from acquisition, then to offer, and then you're going to sign off electronically. We tell people that up front, even though you think that might be an assumption. Guess what? Some people don't want to come in and sign by hand, and there's no time for that right now. Some people don't want to come in and sign by hand. There's no time for that right now. So so we let them know that what it looks like. What are we talking about? So and then we're gonna decide, and we'll decide what contingencies we will need. Here's how the inspection works. So we are going to actually bullet point the process from acquisition to offer, and you're going to sign off electronically. Tell people that up front. Then I want, okay, this, and that's step 2. Next step is after we have identified the property, I'm going to walk you through the contract. Here I have attached a copy so that we can take a look when you get home. Take a look at the whole thing when you get home. We're going to send this contract to the listing agent. Once we submit an offer, we decide what contingency we will need. What contingencies we need, for example, anything to do with inspection or appraisal. Then I'm going to send them to you for you to sign electronically before I send them to the listing agent. I have to tell people that up front because some people, I know that you might have soon, even though you think that might be an assumption. I have to tell you up front because even though you might think signing electronically might be an assumption these days, but you gotta tell people no, because some people don't expect that. They expect to sign in person. We can do that too if time permits. But generally we sign them electronically before I send it to the listing agent. Generally we sign electronically before I send the paperwork to the listing agent. We're going to call the listing agent beforehand, and we're going to understand what closing dates the seller wants. We're going to call the listing. Okay. Next step is we're going to call the listing agent beforehand, and we're going to find out. We're going to understand what the closing date the sellers want. If there's any special terms that need to happen, or anything that's important to the seller. We're gonna be as accommodating as possible. We're gonna be as accommodating as possible. If there's any special terms that need to happen, we're gonna be as accommodating as possible. Because settlement dates or closing dates in terms are as important or as valuable just as price, just as valuable as price, and people don't get that. On top of that, if we're thinking that we about waiving inspection contingencies and that's what you want to do, and then it's good to have a contractor buddy to take a look at the house when you see them, when you see the house. So waiving the inspection contingency will give you the advantage of getting your offer accepted easier, but a lot of our buyers are shy of doing that. It's gonna help you get the home that you want. So we want to be prepared for all these things. Okay. We want to be prepared for all those things. Oh. We want to be prepared for all those things. There's a tiny kid coming down the stair from the other house. Oh man, my body's sore. In a good way, I guess. My entire body. I feel it now. I didn't feel it much earlier. Okay, it's like, did I work out enough? Maybe I did not. Listing presentation at preview, so that's something else. 10-minute driveway presentation. Okay. Hey, Tom, do you have 10 minutes afterwards so we can take the time out? 10 minutes afterwards, we can talk about the process. Hey, has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? Hey, has anyone taken the time to show you how the process works? No? And I'll give you a quick outline right now. The first step is you gotta have your finances together. You're planning to finance your purchase. How much down? Or approximately how much down? Okay. approximately. How much down? Finance purchase. Then you're gonna need then you're gonna need a pre-approval. Yeah, and then you're gonna need a pre-approval from your lender. You're motivated because then you're gonna need a pre-approval, because the pre-approval shows you that you show people that you're motivated. And because if you don't have it, and it's Saturday and it's 5 o'clock, and the offers are due at 9 p.m. offers are due at 9 p.m. you're not gonna get because there's some crazy deadline, you're not gonna get your mortgage broker or lender on the phone to get your pre-approval on the weekend. At that time, like a weird time like that. So it is you gotta get this stuff ready. So you gotta get this stuff ready and be ready to go. That's step one. Step two is when we're gonna get your parameters. We're gonna understand and get down to your parameters. Okay, we know exactly what you're looking for, and then we're gonna narrow it down. So I'm gonna go see houses, and each of them we see, I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy it or not. For after you see each one, I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy it or not, and then you're gonna tell me, and if the answer is no, then I'll ask you what it was that didn't work for you. That way I can refine our search so that I can give you a better customer experience for you. Does the strategy make sense? Does the strategy work for you? Does the strategy work for you? Of course, with multifamily investment property, that is it's not always the case, but it's because even with the pictures, the criteria and the description that we find online, it's hard to narrow down and decide before we come see it. So sometimes we just have to go and see them, unlike normal single family homes. Yeah, but I'll try my best to narrow it down for you guys, because the better we narrow it down, and the better we identify the homes on your criteria, the better it is for you to find the best house for you. The better it is for you to find the better it is to find the suitable house, home or house. Okay, so but understand that I already set you on a campaign drip, a real-time campaign drip, so that you can get what's coming to the market in real time. Furthermore, in real time, if you don't like this basement or that, then you're gonna tell me. Real time, and you gotta understand that you gotta work with me here. I won't be able to check all of the listings that are sent to you and tell you about them, but you have to be proactive in reaching out to me as well, because I might be in a meeting, or be with us. Because I might be in a meeting, and if you're interested, you gotta tell me, hey Tim, when can we see this house? Because it looks like it fits our criteria and stuff like that. I can schedule an appointment for you. And getting an appointment is very crucial as well, especially when it comes to multifamily. Time is of the essence. When it comes to multifamily, it's harder to get an appointment than a single family. When there are tenants in there, it's harder to see all of the units as well. But getting the appointments is important to see the homes. And the earlier you can set the appointment, the better. You don't want to lose out on opportunity when an offer is accepted right on the day that you are going to see the property. That happens before. I don't want that to happen to you. So yeah, you gotta understand that this is a team working. It's just not only just you or me. It's gonna be both, and we play different role. Here. And once you have identified the property, I'm gonna walk you through the contract. Here, there's a physical copy attached here in your package, so you understand what is in the contract. What's in the contract? And then we're gonna decide on the contingencies. After we go through the contract, the basic information, we're gonna decide on the contingencies. For example, what do you want to do with the inspection? You want to waive it or limit it, or do you want to or an appraisal contingencies, stuff like that. So these stuff are important, and we're gonna put them in the contingencies. Then I'm gonna point them this section right here, and I'll send them to you electronically to sign before I send the whole package, all of the other paperwork to the listing agent to review. Yeah, so I have to tell you the process like that upfront, because you may assume that okay, yeah, sign electronically, that's the normal thing. Sign electronically, that's the normal thing to do, but a lot of people just don't expect that, and they have different expectations, and we gotta let them know how we work, right? How we work is quite important. And if you don't feel comfortable signing, some people prefer signing in person when term permits and stuff, then we can do that too. It's just usually we have them sign electronically. It's gonna be more convenient, and it's time saving as well. Oh, I don't know if the cat realized. Okay, there's some cats under the car. Okay. So you gotta know what the process looks like. We can also call the listing agents as well. So that we can find out better what closing date the seller wants. Is there any special terms? What closing date the seller wants? Is there any what else is important to them, or is there any special terms that needs to happen? Yeah, is there, if there's any special terms that needs to happen, gonna let them know. Is there any special terms? If there's any special terms that need to happen, we're gonna let them know. Because closing dates and terms are as important as price, and people don't get that. So we're gonna get clear on that. Yep. Oh, if there's a special term that needs to happen, we're gonna be as accommodating. Oh my God, why is that word so hard? We're gonna be as accommodating as possible. Because terms and closing dates and terms are as important as price, and people don't get that. So it's important that you understand that too. On top of that, if you're thinking about maybe waiving inspection contingencies, because that's what you have to do right now. Yeah, have you thought of what you're gonna do in contingencies? Have you thought of what contingencies gonna put on the contract when you purchase a house or a condo or your next investment property? Okay. Oh, that's the whole script right there. My God, it's long. I put a lot of my colors in there because the script is not solid anyway, but I got the idea. They have a lot of good points. Every single paragraph has some good points. I'm gonna use it on my clients tomorrow. I do 4 hours today. 4 hours today for this just script practicing, and I can see myself getting really good in a short amount of time. Short in days, but basically just focusing. What else people do on these days? Just doing open houses, going outside, talking to people. Can be good, can be bad. It's a cumulative culminating effect. What the heck is that word that I wanted to use? Okay. Once we have to identify the property, I'm gonna walk you through the contract line by line, step by step. Which actually I don't really do that, but I attach a copy here for you so that you can review them, take a look at them after you head home. And seeing that, understanding that, yeah, and this contract we send to the listing agents with all the terms, the information that we have when we submit an offer. Then we decide on the contingencies of the offer. Contingencies of the offer, for example, inspection, closing date, and a special a recommendation or request that you want the seller to do, or appraisal, for example. Here's how the inspection works. So we're going to actually bullet point the process from appreciation. So let them know what it looks like. I'm gonna prep them. Hey, I'm gonna call the listing agent beforehand. Okay, we're gonna call the listing agent beforehand as well, to find out what closing date they want, what's important to them, or any special term that needs to happen. We're gonna be as accommodating as possible. Because terms and terms. Oh, closing dates and terms are as important as price, and people don't get that. So we're gonna be clear on that. We're gonna understand that. Okay. Oh, I've been talking continuously. My mouth, man. My mouth. Take a break and then keep talking. So that is that script right there. I feel pretty okay going through that. It's pretty okay. It's not extremely smooth, but it is okay. Now go back to, I'm not having the script on the other ones open even, so I'm gonna just leave it there and see if I can remember about the buyer script that we have. First of all, let's talk about closing costs. Before we tour homes, let's talk about closing costs. Generally, if you put down 20%, but you put on the down payment of 20% on the house, then you expect to pay an additional 3% of closing costs of 3%. You expect to pay a closing cost of an additional 3% of the purchase price. So if you were to purchase a $200,000 house, then your down payment is $40,000, and your closing cost will be an additional $6,000, for a total of $46,000. For a total of $46,000. Okay. Next one, $46,000. If you put less than if you put down less than 20%, then your closing cost can be maybe as high as 4%. Then your closing cost may be as high as 4%. Okay, what am I doing? That's the closing cost. That's done, and then the showing process. Okay, so we're gonna look at 5 to 6 homes when we go out. To see them. Oh, we're hearing some kind of smell. Oh, smelling some kind of. Is it my hair? Like, My hand. Just food. Just smell the food. And then what? And then what is it? Closing costs, the process of showing the house. Oh, people, neighbors, being there. Show the show. No, it's 5-6 houses. After you see each one, I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy it. If the answer is no, I'm gonna ask you what it was that didn't work for you, so I can refine our search and provide you a better customer experience. Does that strategy work for you? Does that strategy work for you? It works. Okay, thank you. And then let's go to objections to exclusivity. Objection to exclusivity. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna ask objection to exclusivity. Objection to exclusivity. Exclusivity. Okay, because of the level of service that I provide. Because of the level of service that I provide, I only work with buyers who work exclusively with me. Because of the level of service that I provide, I only work exclusively with with people who work exclusively. I will only work with buyers who work exclusively with me. Let me remind you that by signing the agreement, you're not agreeing to pay me a fee. You're agreeing to have me represent your best interest and use my expertise and knowledge to find you the best home. Use my expertise and knowledge to find you the best home at the best price. That's what you want. That's what you are looking for, right? Isn't it? That's what you're looking for, isn't it? Getting you the best home at the best price. Okay, I don't want to sign anything right now because I might work with other agents. Mr. Buyer. I work with a buyer. I don't want to sign the thing right now. When you come to me and as a real estate agent, to sign sign the agreement, the buyer representation agreement, you essentially say, I'm contractually obligated to share any information about the seller situation that I find out. For example, is it a divorce, if it's a relocation or estate sale. Without the agreement in place, I'm just a sub-seller, sub-agent to the seller. And because of that, I do not represent you and I can't share these kind of information with you. And I can't share these kind of information with you. So I can't share the information. What else? So let's do the right thing and sign the agreement. I feel I missed something. Something. Closing the deal. Okay. Oh, there. I do not represent you. I cannot share that information with you. Okay. I want to be your advocate, not theirs. Let's do the right thing and sign the agreement. Okay. Number 2. I want to be your advocate, not theirs. Okay. See, you forget. You haven't internalized them. Number 2 is what if I change my mind during this 30-day period? Why 30 days? What if I change my mind during this 30-day period? What if I change my mind during this 30-day period? Understand completely. Think of this agreement as a form of going steady, not marriage. If you decide that you don't want to go and stay anymore, we can just break up, and there's no need for divorce. You can even fire me. You can even break up with me. You can even break up with me if I'm not meeting your expectations. It's pretty simple as that. And if you're comfortable with that, you can just okay the agreement with your initials right here. Okay. Number 3, I can find a home on my own through the internet. Number 3, I can find the home on my own on the internet. Searching for homes is the fun part, right? And we will certainly use the internet to find you the home as well. But finding you a dream home, finding a dream home for you is not why you hire a buyer agent. You hire a buyer agent because you hire a buyer agent to help you get the homes you find. Help you get the home you find. My job is to protect your interest during the home buying process. And negotiate on your behalf to get you the best price and terms possible. Wow, that's powerful, right? Yeah. Now to let them go. I appreciate your decision. Oh, I appreciate your decision. I appreciate your decision since I can only work with buyers who work exclusively with me. I have to wish you the best moving forward. I have to wish you the best in your home search. Wish you the best on your home search. Wish you luck. We have just wish you luck in your home search. Thank you for coming here to meet with me today, and let me know if anything changed. If you change your mind, let me know if you change your mind. Thank you for coming and meet with me today, and let me know if you change your mind. Let me know if you change your mind. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go through it again, because I can sense that I'm at the level where I remember the script, not fluently yet, but I remember it. I can kind of use it, but when it comes to real life situation, then I probably will forget the points. Yep. So I'm at that level right now, having internalized them. But this is a good start. This is a really good start, because having the knowledge and the memory of these lines in your head is a good start. Okay. Objection to exclusivity. See? Oh, because of the level of service that I provide, I can only work with buyers who work exclusively. I can only work with buyers who work exclusively with me. Can only work with buyers who work exclusively with me. Let me remind you that by signing the agreement let me remind you that by signing the agreement, you're not agreeing to pay me a fee. You're agreeing to have me represent your best interest and use my knowledge and expertise to find you the best home at the best price. That's what you want, isn't it? Finding you the best home at the best price. Okay. And I want to sign the paperwork right now. I may work with other agents. Understandable. I understand. Understandable. When you engage me as a real estate sales representative, you engage me as a real estate sales representative, and sign the buyer representation agreement. I am contractually obligated to share any information about the seller situation with you: relocation, divorce, or estate sale. If we don't have the agreement in place, then I'm just a sub agent to the seller. That means I do not represent you, and I can share that information with you. I want to be your advocate, not theirs. So let's do the right thing and sign the paperwork. Number 2, what if I want to change my mind? What if I change my mind? What if I change my mind after the 30 days period? I completely understand. Think of this agreement as a form of going steady, not a marriage. And if you decide that you don't want to go steady anymore, we can just break up. There's no need for a divorce. and you can even break up with me if I'm not delivering the expectations that you want. I'm not meeting your expectations. As you can find not meeting expectation as well. So if you feel comfortable with that, you can initial your you can okay the agreement with your initials right here. Number three, I can find home on my internet on my own. I can find a home on the internet on my own. Yeah, finding. That's right. That's you're absolutely correct. Searching for homes is the fun part. Searching for home is the fun part. Damn, it's so slow. I'm so slow with this. Searching for home is the fun part. What am I doing? Why am I so slow? Ah! Searching for homes is the fun part, and we'll certainly use the internet to find you a home as well. But finding your dream home is not why you hire a real estate agent. You hire a professional real estate agent to help you get the home that you find. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process and negotiate on your behalf. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process and negotiate on your behalf to get you the best price and terms. Yeah. I understand your decision. I appreciate your decision. Since I can only work with buyers who work exclusively with me, I have to just wish you luck. I would just have to wish you luck for the rest of. I would just have to wish you luck. I would just have to wish you luck. I would just have to wish you luck in your home search. Thank you for coming out to meet with me today. And let me know if you change your mind. Okay. Searching for homes is the fun part, and we will certainly use the internet to find you a house as well. Finding your dream home is not why you hire a real estate agent anyway. You hire a real estate agent to help you get the home that you find. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process and negotiate on your behalf. To get you the best price and terms. That's good. I don't think objection. Because of the level of service that I provide, I can only work with buyers who work exclusively. Hello. The cats. Okay. Work exclusively with me. Let me remind you that by working. Oh, those two cats. They're so cute. Let me remind you that. Friends. Okay. Let me remind you that by signing the agreement, you are not agreeing to pay me a fee. You're agreeing to have me represent your best interest and use my expertise and knowledge to find you the best homes at the best price. My job is to find you the best home at the best price. That's what you want, isn't it? Finding you the best home at the best price. Next one again. Objection 1. I don't want to sign anything. I may want to work with other agents. I don't want to find it. Oh, so they park over there too? They have 5 cars on that side? Actually, we have 4 cars on this side. Okay. I don't want to sign anything. I may want to work with other agents. Mr. Buyer, when you engage me as a real estate sales representative and sign the buyer agreement and buyer representation agreement, I am contractually obligated to share the information of the situation, any information about about the seller seller situation that I find. sellers that I find. If they're divorce, relocation, this is an estate sale. This is an estate sale. Without the agreement in place, then I'll just the sub-agent to the seller. Then I'm just a sub-agent to the seller. I do not represent you, and I can't share that information with you. I want to be your advocate. I want to be your advocate. I want to be your advocate. Not theirs. So let's do the right thing and sign the contract, or sign the agreement. Just like an agreement, not a contract. Objection 2. What if I change my mind during this 30-day period? What if I change my mind during this 30-day period? We provide What if I change my mind during the 30 days period? I completely understand. Think of this agreement as a form of going steady, not a marriage. So if you decide to not to want to go steady anymore, then we can just break up. There's no need for a divorce. There's no need for a divorce. And you can break up with me as well if I'm not meeting your expectations. So if you feel okay with that, you can just if you feel comfortable with that, you can hit okay on the agreement with the initials right here. Okay. I can find a home on my own through the internet. I agree. Searching for homes is the fun part, and we certainly use the internet to find your home as well. We'll use the internet to find your home as well. Not like we're gonna do something. Not like we're gonna just knock on door and find your homes differently than yours. Find home, and finding your dream home is not why you hire a buyer agent. You hire a professional real estate agent to help you get the house that you find, right? So my job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process and negotiate on your behalf. And my job is to protect your interest. Because I'm looking at their eyes. I don't remember what I'm saying. I'm just looking to my hands to remember. So that's why I have to get to the level and just look at their eye and I don't remember what I'm doing. My job is to protect your interest throughout the home buying process and to negotiate on your behalf to get you the best price and terms. Okay, I appreciate your decision. And since I can only work with buyers who work exclusively with me, who work exclusively with me, I have to just wish you luck in your home search. Thank you for coming to meet me today, and let me know if you change your mind. That's done. Making and receiving offers. So just got a text or something, but I can't see it because I'm recording myself. Objections to setting buyer appointment. Ooh. Explain the benefits of pre-approval. Ooh. Close for agreement, exclusivity. As for business, script for working with buyers. There are so many scripts, guys. So many scripts. Oh man, this is good. I just love these so much. When I'm just touching a portion of it, and it's not even internalized yet, but yeah, imagine if you have all these ammunition, you can use them for better good. Explain the benefits of pre-approval. Tom, it's important that you are pre-approved for a loan before you begin your home search. Tom, it's important that you are pre-approved for a loan before you begin your home search. Pre-approval is the lender's determination of how much money you will be eligible to borrow. Pre-approval is the lender's determination of how much money Pre-approval is the lender's determination of how much money you will be eligible to borrow. Pre-approval is a lender's determination of how much money you will be eligible to borrow. You know exactly what price range you can afford. When you find the homes you love, you'll be able to take action quickly. Sellers will be more likely to accept an offer from a pre-approval buyer. And finally, you can see if there are any errors in your credit report, and you can resolve them right away. It's important that you're pre-approved for a loan before you begin your home search. Exactly what range. Take action quickly. The range, the quick action, likely to accept an offer with a pre-approved buyer. The errors in your credit report, you can resolve them right away. And finally, if you can see if there's any errors in your credit report, and you can resolve them right away. Would you like to have one of my recommended lenders call you to help you with your pre-approval? When is the best time? It's all about asking the right question at the right time. It's a whole process. But imagine going through this script every single day, 5 hours a day. Man, so much you can achieve. If you spend 20 hours a day, a week, just for the script practicing, you'll be golden. I don't think people just spend enough time on this kind of stuff. They just do random things. I think even Mark done this, internalizing them, using them over and over again. It's important that you're pre-approved for a loan. It's important that you're pre-approved for a loan before you begin your home search. It's important for you to be pre-approved for a loan before you begin your home search. Pre-approval is a lender's determination of how much money you will be eligible to borrow. Pre-approval is a lender's determination of how much money you can borrow. Pre-approval is a lender's determination of how much money you will be able to borrow. You know exactly what price range you can afford. When you find your home, when you find the home you love, you'll be able to take action quickly. You know exactly what the price range you can afford. When you find the home you love, you will be able to take actions quickly, and the seller will be will be more likely to accept an offer from a pre-approved buyer. Sellers will be more likely to accept an offer from a pre-approved buyer. And finally, you can see if there are any errors on your credit report. And finally, you can see if there are any errors on your credit report, and we can resolve them, and you can resolve them right away. Would you like to have one of my recommended lenders call you? To help with your pre-approval? When is the best time? Would you like to have one of my recommended lenders to call you to help with your pre-approval? When is the best time? Getting pre-approved for a loan makes your home search easier, faster, and more productive. With pre-approval, you will know which homes are in the price range you can afford and avoid looking at homes that will not work for you. And I have the ability to offer my clients the opportunity to work with Keller Mortgage. Keller Mortgage, we don't have that, do we? To client names, but that would be So benefits of pre-approval, not so long. Objections to setting appointment. I don't have time to come to the office. Can't you just meet me at the house? 25 minutes to spend at the office. Talk to my spouse. Let's do this. Time work best for you. That is great. Okay. I've already seen the house online. You need to see it to know if I want to buy it. I completely understand how you're calling about it. It's amazing. However, the sellers request that I meet with all buyers prior to showing them the property. This will allow me We're showing them the product. This will allow me to cover any financial issues in case you need a loan, give you any information. Would you be able to come to my office today at 5 or tomorrow morning as I am a note to on no. On is not lost by I say no to the appointment as long as they are not committed to another agent. No, in this case, may remain not yet. You still have the chance to automatically capture their business by setting on smart plan command, shrink KW app, make follow-up calls. That was embarrassing with these two ladies because I don't know what I was doing. Okay, yeah, just I'm getting better, guys. When I have this ammunition in my mind, it's gonna be fantastic. Beautiful. 1 hour, 10 minutes. It's the first hour of the day, and we reclaim 10 minutes from yesterday that we lost. So, okay, another 4 hours to go for today. We will achieve a lot. We'll be able to achieve a lot today. Let's do it.